Coming out of Athens, Greece, or rather the port of Piraeus, on Virgin Voyages is different from embarkation at their bigger cruise ports. But we'll show you the seamless embarkation, plus some tips, and give you a full tour of our XL Sea Terrace stateroom.
Ahoy, sailors!
Ahoy!
Our assembly stations are now open for check-in.
Thank you. Look at that! Look at that!
I know.
It's right there.
With some cruise lines, it doesn't really matter if you pre-tag your bags or not, because basically everybody drops their bag in the same place. Virgin, I would say pre-tagging kind of worked in our favor. You just literally hand it off as opposed to a whole rigmarole around.
There were people having to go in another line to get reprinted tags, so.
We have priority check-in because we have Deep Blue Extras, which got us a 1:45 port arrival time. They say there's nowhere to sit. There's not nowhere to sit. It's in a tent, but I'm still glad that we got right in.
But there was still a little sitting while they got the ship ready.
We start going in a few minutes, so I'll come and call groups by the rows you sit.
But soon we zipped through the security scanners and headed right out onto the gangway.
Hello, lady.
It is not a super glamorous approach, but it's efficient.
Port arrival time was 1:45. We got in about 5 minutes before that. It's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. 15 minutes. And we are on our stateroom hallway.
This familiar hallway.
It's so different. I say that tongue in cheek. It's not totally different. It's basically the same room. It's just the opposite. Just flip it.
First thing when we get on the ship, Nick connects to the ship's Wi-Fi and starts booking activities in the app, while I give you a room tour.
Hey guys, welcome to room 14322Z here on the Resilient Lady. Resilient, Valiant.
Resilient.
Ah!
Valiant was the last one.
Now, we were in a very, very similar room, basically the exact same thing, flip-flopped last year on the Valiant Lady, but we want to show you what this room is like in case you are in room 14322Z. And this is not the room door, this is the shower door. So let's go see the real room. We have some hooks right upon entry, which are really helpful for just keeping all your stuff nice and organized. I will tell you, we have stayed before in a suite after suite, which has a lot of closet space, an enclosed closet, but it didn't have hooks and things like that, which I find really helpful in your room. The room here has lots and lots of space for the typical cruise stateroom. It feels way more spacious than the last couple cruises I have been on other cruise lines. And this room is a little, like the decor is a little new, it's a little different. Things like the lampshade here has a woven design and the curtains here have kind of a netting theme, which kind of gives it a real like beachy vibe, but a little more rustic, a little more textured. It's interesting and different from what we had before. Even little things like last time I thought this ledge here was a little bit odd. I see that they've put a little tray here, which gives it just some style. And you'll see they're now giving us, not giving, but loaning us beach towels that we can use throughout our cruise. We do have to return them when we're done. They will inventory them, and if they're missing, they charge you $25 per towel to your sailor folio. So be sure to return it, but you can take it off the ship. Like we're going to a beach club. If you're going to do any kind of like water sports and you want a towel, you don't have to bring one with you. Very has good absorbent qualities, but also is kind of sleek and stylish, which I think is kind of Virgin Voyages to a T. They know how to be functional with style. Hello. Over here at the desk, they have a water station, and all the rooms have water included. And I think it's so important because so often whenever you're on a cruise, you drink like gangbusters, like at the dining rooms and things, but you don't get much water in between. So they provide filtered water in the carafes in your room with some lovely glasses. I was going to show you storage, but let's finish up over here. First, we do have our little mini cooler. This guy is empty right now because we did not get a suite this time. If you are a rock star, that is the suite guests, some of them get some stocked bars to different levels depending on what kind of a suite you're in. Not us, not this time, especially because I don't drink much. That's not a very good amenity for me to spend up for.
If you are a Virgin Voyages sailor, but it's been a little while since you've been on, there is a new app as of literally just a few days ago. As of when we are getting on the ship on June 22nd, 2025. So make sure that you download the most up-to-date app. Also,
we have to watch our safety video coming up here. You have to watch the video before you go check in at your muster station, but it's a lot less work than some cruise lines because you watch most of the safety briefing right here in the comfort of your own room. And there was a really goofy, it was really silly video that they had the last couple sailings we've been on, but there's a new video now. So we'll show you a little sneak peek of that.
When you hear the general emergency alarm from the ship's horn, don't stand around like a statue.
And this bed can split and be two twins for two people, but obviously we'll probably keep it together as one. Yeah. The bed has a proper duvet on it, and I find these beds very comfortable. I know some people need a little bit softer bed, but I prefer a firmer mattress, and for me, it's perfect. And I do love these pillows. They're really full. I think it's a good match. This blanket is starting to show a little bit of wear and tear. That's the thing I would say I'm noticing about the ship is that the last 2 years when we cruised on Virgin, those were really brand new ships. And even with just a couple years wear and tear, there are a few little things that are starting to get like why does this not do anything? Maybe there's a switch somewhere that I haven't hit, but we've been looking around and can't figure out how to turn on these lights. There are plenty of lights, but I'm just saying there are things that have worked in the past that aren't quite the same. Let's check out the bathroom. So the best part of this bathroom, and where a lot of your money goes whenever you book that XL Sea Terrace, is for more space in the bathroom. You could have someone taking a shower while someone's getting ready, or someone using the toilet while someone's brushing their teeth. Like, there's room in here for that. What there isn't is a door here. I do kind of wish there was a pocket door so that if someone wanted to get ready, get dressed here and wanted privacy from the bedroom, they would have the space to do that. But it's okay. Honestly, even this toilet room, if you're looking for privacy, which I realize
I kind of hope you are. If this is your... privacy is okay.
I'm not saying privacy on the toilet, obviously. But if you're looking for privacy and looking to get dressed behind a closed door, this is kind of the only spot in the room to do it. There's no door to the bedroom or door to the bathroom. If you need a door, this is your one place. If you could do it in the shower, but...
Your socks may get
wet. If
wet.
anyone's showered lately, you're going to be wet. So this is your place. The thing I do like, if that ends up being the case, is that there is this little ledge here, which is really convenient for holding your stuff. I mean, let's be honest, these days, every bathroom needs somewhere to set your phone, because you're taking your phone in the bathroom. We know. There's Wi-Fi on the ship. You're going to be scrolling. Ew. I pointed out those new beach towels that they have available in the bedroom. There are also matching hand towels that are these nice red Turkish towel style with the terry backing. So I really like those. And also, if you've ever sailed Virgin, you see that they have a makeup towel just for washing off your makeup, so you don't mess up their beautiful Turkish towels with your makeup, you know.
Ahoy, sailors! Our assembly stations are now open for check-in.
And I don't think I pointed out just how much I love this sink. This is one of my favorite sinks at sea, which is a weird thing to have a list of. But I love that it is a really wide sink, so that while it's not a double vanity, it basically can function as one. Two people can really comfortably get ready here. You have space for everybody's stuff. It's really, really the best solution for two people to share space and get ready together. Super smart. Now, I started the video in the shower, but I didn't show you the shower. So let me show you. It is a little step up, so be careful you don't trip. But there's a rainfall shower head and over here, a handheld wand. So, abracadabra. All of your bath products are here in pump bottles, which is greener, even though it's not quite fancy. Honestly though, that's nice. You don't end up dropping things in the shower and all in one place. Something I noticed, and I mentioned to Nick, and he said, I noticed that too, was this random tissue box, which is fine. I think it's a green brand. It's just ugly. It's just funny to me that Virgin Voyages typically pays so much attention to the look of the room, and that stood out to me. Just doesn't quite fit. That's okay. The thing that's mostly bigger than a standard sea terrace is the bathroom, and let me show you why. Now check this out. This is our hallway to our room, and these are just standard sea terraces. They get basically the same balcony, a very, very similar setup, but they're not as large because this is our wall. This is how much deeper our room goes than these. And so that extra space in the bathroom and that little bit more space in the bedroom, this is how much you get. If you haven't seen a Virgin Voyages room before, a few tips. The bed is open on the bottom, so you can store your suitcase down there if you'd like. The closets in the XL Sea Terrace, not my favorite for it to be a curtain closet, but that's okay. The thing I like about this more than the suite aft suite is that it's a full length hanging rod. The suite aft suite has your drawers underneath here, and so it cuts off any long dresses you have hanging. In addition to your drawers and things here, your safe, which has our passports and wallets, and oh, I can already tell this is a pitiful little guy. This is a dinky blow dryer. I did not pack a blow dryer, so don't look at my hair later in this sailing, okay? Because it could get bad.
I do think those baskets are particularly good for storing dirty laundry, so you can keep it kind of set apart and kind of forget about it. Though, by virtue of Deep Blue Extras, we get access to some laundry benefits. We get a bag of laundry, and it is a big bag of laundry, so you can fit a lot. Also, you get some pressed items and one dry cleaning
One specialty
item,
well. Yeah.
Now, if you have Blue Extras, you get reduced laundry benefits, as well as all of the other benefits are also slightly reduced. Now, how do you get Deep Blue Extras? You get it by sailing a number of times, or if they're still doing it, which I don't think they are, we actually got it through our status match. And one other thing, Laura mentioned this curtain and how she doesn't necessarily love the fact that it's a curtain, but I'm pretty certain this is a different curtain than the one we had on the Valiant, which I think was almost like a sheer black, whereas this, it is just much more branded towards Virgin. So it just feels a little bit more of a step up.
But what a curtain won't do, we're so used to on other cruise lines that have the sliding door in the closet, that if the ship gets really rocky, sometimes it'll start slamming itself. And this is a silent option for closing your closet. And these are fairly silent hangers. They're not the big, loud wooden hangers. Because I was just learning on a TikTok the other day about a hack of how to make your wooden hangers in your cruise closet not clank around whenever the ship starts sailing and the boat starts rocking. But these, not an issue, not noisy hangers. So they solved it for you. But this side of the bed gets an outlet and 2 USB ports. Something Nick pointed out whenever I said, wow, that's a lot of room. Unlike our rooms we usually have on Disney and on Royal, there's a sofa in here trying to create like a living room situation. And you don't need a living room situation. You're going out to enjoy the ship. Here, you sleep. You might sit on your balcony and read a book. That's the point of the terrace. So you don't need a sofa. And I have found that I don't miss it, and the room feels so much more spacious. Let me point out right down here, there is this drawer, and I don't think it was like this on Valiant.
I don't think there was a drawer pull.
The leather drawer pull. Be careful, I feel like I can hear it ripping as I pull it. But there is lots of space down here as well for stuff. I do like the leather chair here if you need just a little somewhere to read. But over here on the desk, you have a stool. So if you need to actually use this as a workspace, or more likely a vanity, you have a seat for that.
It's a stool. It's a stool.
If you can quote that, you're one of us. Theater people. On this side of the bed, you do have to have a cord that reaches a little bit further to charge your phone. We have one American port here and a USB. And then over on the desk, we have American port, 2 USBs, another American port, and a European. Be sure if you buy an adapter that it is, especially if it's one that's going to expand to give you more outlets, make sure that it is cruise line approved, because some extension cords and adapters are not allowed on cruise ships, especially anything with a surge protector is not allowed. Something here that I don't think I've seen left out on the desk like this before is a hot pad, so that if you use a straightener or any kind of styling tools that get hot, you don't melt their desk. And your control station for your room is this tablet. Now, there are buttons to turn on and off the lights, but when you use the tablet, you can swipe through to different modes, different vibes, and when you choose them, the room, let's see what Zen looks like. Oh, it closes the curtain automatically, and the room is blue. Yeah, I feel Zen. Do you feel it? Oh, I like the lighting's behind this mirror too. I feel Zen. Okay, now let's do a photo shoot. Oh, it's a little red tent, little natural light. Nice. So here we have all the lights. You also have your temperature controls. So if it's too cold, you're gonna need that. There is entertainment. You can pick a movie, pick a TV show, and services. You can let your stateroom attendant know if you need anything right here. If you got an XL Sea Terrace, it's probably because you want the terrace. So let's go see what we've got. Now, worth noting, if this door is not closed and turned all the way to locked, your air conditioner is not on. So if you're like, why is it so stuffy in here? It's probably because you forgot to turn the door to locked. Out here we have 2 chairs and a little table and the famous Virgin Voyages hammock. I have already been relaxing and enjoying this on our sailing, and we haven't even left port yet. Even the most industrial ports are lovely when you're viewing them from a red hammock. This is the one place where the XL Sea Terrace does not come anywhere close to our experience with the suite after suite. That sucker is huge. If you want to see that, you can see it in our video. Just in case you've had this experience on other cruise lines, worth noting there's no need to put a key card in here to keep your lights on or anything. That's not a thing. But what we do have here is this little control panel. These 2 buttons are your do not disturb button and your please come service my room button. So this just lets your stateroom attendant know without a hang tag. All you have to do is push this button, and right here on your room number, it lights up. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get unpacked. I hope this was really, really helpful to you. If there's anything I missed that you have any questions about, please feel free to ask about it down below. And I hope you'll subscribe and come along with us to see all the other videos in this series on the Resilient Lady Greek Isle Glow.
Thanks for watching, travelers. We'll see you next time.